maybe to be realistic. We are much closer now. The upgrade worked, and we were racing for a win.
And crucially, I suppose, after the pit stops, you did keep Charles Leclerc and the Ferrari behind. Was that one of the major positives to take from today?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also in the second run on the hard, we were probably the quickest car with maybe Max. But once they bolted on the medium, that we didn't have anyone anymore, then obviously they wheeled us in.
So are these upgrades that you came with applicable to next year? Are you going to be able to carry all this momentum over, or is it still going to be something where you feel like you have to start over?
I think we understand more now what it is where we got it wrong with the car. We can almost trace it back to a single decision last October.
Which was?
Well, we thought we can run the car on the deck, but you can't. So it's small little hamster steps that as long as the trajectory is going up, even with little backlashes, I think we're in a good path.
I guess mixed emotions, so close to a win. You guys did everything right, but you must be so proud of the team of doing everything right this weekend. You know, the strategy, it all came to just the pace isn't quite there.
Exactly. The pace maybe was today 2 tenths off, but that is exactly what was missing at the end. But credit to Red Bull. I mean, they've done a mega job all year. Max was really strong, so them winning the Constructor Championship today is what they deserve.
Let's go back to what you're saying about that one thing about not being able to run the car so close to the ground, and in unravelling that, I suppose it's a hot topic at the moment, but it's quite costly to unravel something like that, and it must nudge you up against the cost gap. But how much do you think you'll be able to close that gap between now and the start of next year? Do you truly believe you're going to have a car that could be on par with the Red Bull from the start?
Well, we have a certain advantage in terms of wind tunnel time. We had a disadvantage over 1.5 years because we were ahead in the Constructor Championship from January until the end of the year. Then we won it, so we had another 6 months ahead, and now we have 14% more wind tunnel time compared to Red Bull, and that should wheel them in a bit.
Can you quantify that? Is that quantifiable in your world in speed? Yeah, in lap time.
We can only quantify it in terms of our own development slope. And that could be a tenth or two, maybe, if we get the job done well.
I have a quick question about George and Lewis. How do they get along as teammates? Because there's always so much back and forth about, you know, George being ahead of Lewis so much this year. Is there real competitiveness, or are they friends? Do they work well together?
I think, I mean, you two know that it's really difficult to be friends in the paddock, especially if you're teammates. But what I see is really a respectful and constructive relationship. I've never seen before two drivers that in a meeting they're saying, what did you feel in that corner? Have you got the same problem? There's a real active exchange rather than keeping your card close to the chest.